Hey y'all, welcome to My Way Mysteries, the channel that brings you interdimensional content, which means that the readings are from a broad and expanded point of view as they are channeled through vast dimensions of space and time, and therefore should resonate with you guys whenever you come across them. As you know, we're doing archetype readings through the revival slash collective reading. So yeah, I'm gonna pull some cards and then hopefully the archetype will come through your story and we can weave the archetype into whatever y'all are going through. Okay. Have you guys seen The Bear? It's actually like 3 seasons in, or like it's got 3 seasons. Is it old? Would I say it's old? I don't know. I don't know. I think it started like 2 years ago or something like that. I didn't want to watch The Bear because just the clips that I was seeing on YouTube, I was like, yo, the anxiety on this, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. Guys, I'm so selective about the stuff I watch, which you would never say because I've watched so much stuff. But I actually am quite selective. Yo, The Bear just felt like, the anxiety on the show, I cannot. Which is interesting because also one of the characters on The Bear used to be Ulip on Shameless. And Shameless, I only realized after, the anxiety on Shameless. But I enjoyed Shameless. I watched Shameless till Fiona left. Like, that for me was like, it was like my sign. Like, when Fiona left, I was like, done, I'm good. Because I think I was also very much in a shameless life. Anyway, then you've got The Bear. And like I said, I was avoiding it. But then I watched it. I started to watch it. And like Shamiazi, I resonated so much. And more than resonating, it was actually quite a healing experience to watch The Bear. Very, very healing. Even the third season, which is my least favorite, was I don't know, it was kind of like a cautionary tale type of thing. And I'm telling you all this because that's the energy I'm getting. I'm getting how some of you tend to self-sabotage when you reach certain milestones in your lives. Some of you are not able to process certain things that have happened in your lives, and you're still holding on to pain that, as much as the pain was traumatic, it has contributed a lot to who you are today and the level of your skill set or the level of your talent. But you very much don't want to see it from that perspective, or you're not able to see it from that perspective. Instead, you keep holding on to the perspective of, but this person or this situation caused me so much pain. And because of that, you have this thing where when you start to become happy, or when you start to enjoy yourself, or when you start to be recognized for what you do, you go through this stage of imposter syndrome, and then you begin to self-sabotage. Like, you start doing shit that you know you shouldn't be doing. Like, and then getting in trouble for that shit, and then things breaking down again. It's almost as if you want to be able to say, see, that's what that trauma did to me. I can't ever pick up my life because this person hurt me, because this trauma happened. Like, it's as if when you start doing well, or you start being happy, or you start transcending the pain, you feel as if you're betraying the version of yourself that went through the pain. You feel as if you are betraying the version of yourself that went through the panic attacks, that went through the anxiety, that went through the depression. As if to be loyal to that version of yourself, you always have to not really be doing well, and to be suffering in a social like type of way, to always just, to justify the pain, to be like, yeah, I'm like this because this happened in my childhood, like I can't do this because this person caused me so much pain. And needless to say, that's fucking up your life. Yeah. Which brings us to our archetype. Our archetype today is Kalima. Um, and as much as Kali is also a protector, and she's a fierce mother goddess, and but she's also very much about transmutation, and she's about turning your pain into a perspective that you grow from, that you expand from. She's very much about turning your trauma into a stepping stone or a footstool where you get to experience an expansion of consciousness, where you get to reach into a higher perspective of your life, of life in general. Basically, she's all about turning lead into gold, which is the shit in your life, the trauma, the pain, into good vibes, something that sustains you, friends that you trust, lovers that accept you, families that you choose, joy. And she helps you go through that process, which also involves seeing things for how they really are. A lot of people are not able to process their pain because it involves admitting to yourself that maybe you trusted someone you shouldn't have trusted, or maybe you trusted someone that society says you should trust, and the fact that you couldn't trust this person brings a lot of pain because, like, what the fuck, bro? Or there's a certain situation, like a family unit, like society tells us this is what a family looks like, and sometimes in these houses that's not what's happening, a lot of times actually, and it's hard to deal with that. You feel cheated. Sometimes a person that society tells you is supposed to love you, they abandon you, like they leave you, or they're kind of crazy, and they care way more about other things than they care about you, and society told you this person should care about you. And to see that for what it really is scary, and it's hurtful. I mean, not more hurtful than the actual pain that is caused by these situations, but it still contributes. It's really painful. And Kali helps us with this navigation of the lower world, of the darkness and everything that we're afraid of. She helps us deal with having everything we're afraid of actually happen to us. Kali also helps us see how you don't end up in the lower world because you've got bad luck or that you've got good luck. That's not what I'm trying to say. But the point is that it's a realm that is not there to punish you. Kali helps us see that the lower realms or the parts in your life where that are really shitty, they're actually not there to punish you. They're there to help you gain perspective, which is to say they're there to help you gain pieces of yourself that will, should you learn how to transmute, will help you build better versions of yourself. Some of you want certain things from your life. You want to be the best at this, or you want a really good version of this and this and this. And sometimes we're not prepared for what it takes to receive or to connect to the things that we want. And that's because a lot of people that you maybe admire that have connected to those things don't tell you the details. They don't tell you all the challenges that were in their lives in order to get where they are. And so we keep expecting, maybe let me not say that, but when we do go through our own challenges, we see it as unique, as if like, oh, I'm just this one unlucky person in the world that has to go through this divorce in this way. I'm just this one unlucky person in the world who has my partner cheating on me like someone is paying them. I'm just this one unlucky person in the world who cannot find love, who can't find someone to be in a relationship with. Or I'm just that one person in the world who is so broke. Like, what the hell? Like, none of these stories are unique. However, they do have certain unique teachings for the people going through them. Not all the people going through them are going to gain the same lessons from these situations. I mean, some people are not even going to really survive those situations. And if you have survived any of these, you know what I'm talking about. If you've survived any challenging moment in your life, you understand what I'm talking about. How, well, unless you are definitely the person I'm talking to, in the sense of that you're very so much in the pain. And I guess then this reading is to say to you is that there's life after the pain. You actually can be the person you want to be without holding on to the pain. You're treating the pain like the way some people used to treat scars. Like, you know, thinking, I'm so cool because I have the scar. Like, yeah. I mean, I think you can still be cool with the scar, but the problem is that you're walking around with an open wound and thinking you're cool. Like, no, no, no. Nobody wants to be around that. Make it a scar in the sense that heal, accept the lessons that came with the pain, accept that as much as maybe you have certain PTSD towards certain things, there's certain things you're now afraid of that you weren't afraid of before. But there's also certain ways in which you are now aware that you weren't before. There's certain ways in which you are now more, you've got like spider senses now, you know, like Spider-Man, where he can feel like someone behind him or whatever. Yeah, that's what you have now. You have certain gifts that came from this traumatic period. Some of you are very, very good at something because someone told you that you ain't shit. Someone treated you like you ain't shit, you ain't never gonna be shit. And you were like, bet. Let's see. Now you have the ambition of a monster and you're thriving. And I'm saying it's okay that that's how your ambition came about, because someone else will tell you, like, I don't know, you guys want all of your ambition to come from rainbows and from unicorns. And yes, some people's ambitions really came from being told that they are loved and they are supported and they had all the attention that they needed when they were kids and when they were young adults. Yes, some people do have that, but I'm talking to those of you that maybe didn't have that. And I'm saying it's still okay. Let's make peace with that. Let's make peace with the fact that your success didn't come because you grew up great, because your life was so fantastic. Your ambition and your success actually comes from you really had to better yourself because you didn't want to be in the same position as maybe other family members. You didn't want to be in the same position as maybe the people you grew up with. And so you worked harder. You worked longer. Some of y'all's, like I said, ambition came from someone oppressing you. And in order to escape that oppression, you really had to think fast to how are you going to sustain yourself? How are you going to be your own person? And that's where your ambition comes from. It's because someone didn't treat you so well and you had to get away from them. And part of your healing is understanding that that's okay. It's not okay that they treated you like that, but it's okay that who you are now has so much of that within it. What you should be concentrating on is the fact that you got out. You got out of that depressive moment. You got out of that not so good relationship. You got out of that not so good family situation, whatever it is, like, or that job that was like treating you like hell, whatever it is. It can be something like that where, like, yeah. I'm smiling at these cards. Focus. Because right now you have a gift. You have a gift of abundance, and you are still too caught up in how it came about that you are walking past this gift. You're not seeing it because maybe it didn't come about the way you wanted it to come out. But Kylie says we don't waste. Everything is food. Even the shitty moments. Make it worth it. Thrive. That's what I have for you guys today. If the reading resonated, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to book a personal reading, all the information is in the description box. I'll see you guys next week. Maybe. As in, like, definitely I'll see you next week. I'm just saying I might do like one of those chat videos on Sundays. I'll see. Now that I've said it, I probably will. Like, okay, cool. Later, guys.